Hi golfers, Pat Gorman here, bringing you my second video of this classroom type environment. And the focus today is going to be on what tees should you play from. Now, quick review, the previous video was understanding the scorecard par versus your par. And playing to your par is essential in your best chance to create a strategy that's going to get you to reach your scoring or your handicap goals. So now today, as I said, this is all about understanding the tees to play from. And a great strategy that I learned from Coach Mike Small, he's down at the University of Illinois. Great coach, great guy, great player. And he told me way back in the day when I was assistant coach for the University of Wisconsin men's and women's teams, when all of his players would show up in the fall after a summer of competing, every single one of those players had to start at the front tees. Now think about that. These are D1 players, been playing tournaments all summer, and they've been competitive for years. These are top players in the country for collegiate golf. And they have to go to the front tees. And they cannot go to the next set of tees until they break 70. So that's what I want you to try, especially all you golfers that live in warmer climates and the courses are still open. Here in Wisconsin, we've got some serious snow on the ground, but you can try this in the simulators. Same thing. And you're trying to now use what we talked about last week, or I'm sorry, the last video, of understanding scorecard par. Quickly, that's for the scratch golfer, zero handicap, or the low single digit handicap. If your par is 5, which would be bogey golf, that would be great golf. Being able to play bogey golf on any golf course, that would be fantastic. You'd say, okay, my goal is that I'm going to start from the front tees. So my goal is I have to shoot 90 or less, or just bogey golf or less. Then I can go back to the next set of tees. And then you find out, okay, maybe it's a little more of a struggle here. That might be a good set of tees, or the length of golf course. So you'd find out, okay, what's the yardage from the second set of tees back for the total golf course, and say, okay, that kind of pushes me in the direction. Or you could say, gosh, from the front tees, I want to change my goal to breaking 85. So you can see, you can pick whatever you think is a good number that you'd like to play at. So for instance, I think for competitive junior golfers that, gosh, if I can break 80 consistently, or maybe I'm a good player, I can break 75 consistently. Okay, what tees do I need to start at? And it's okay to say, gosh, maybe I'll play from the 200 plate or the 250 plate. But I've got to break that number before I go back to the next set of tees. And then can I keep pushing it back? And what that does is a couple of things. You're going to see an entirely different golf course. You're going to have to hit shots that are different. You're going to have to pick different clubs off the tee. Gosh, maybe I can't go for this green. If it's 320, maybe this is an incredibly deep bunker right here. And I don't want any part of that. So I'd have to play to this window, but I got water here. So you're going to get a tremendous workout on your short irons and the short shots around the green. Secondly, you are going to start to create the belief that I can shoot those numbers. That, gosh, when I get to hole 14, 15, it's normal, even though we don't want to think about score and get into the future when we're right here of thinking, oh, gosh, if I do this, this, and this, I'll shoot that. But yeah, we all can mess with that a little bit. And you say, gosh, I'm really playing well here. So a quick example would be, I know when my son was playing junior golf and playing pretty good, I would have him go to the front tees and say, okay, why don't you, figure out what your par should be? And it was probably somewhere around 68. And see how low you can get it. And there were times where he would shoot 64, 63. So if you do that enough, you get that in your mind that, okay, I can post those numbers. Because as someone is competitive, juniors, collegiate players, and back to the example that Coach Small uses, he said that the players need to know they can break 70 any day on any course because it's that competitive. And so you have to create the belief that, okay, I can shoot that number, and why not start at the front and then gradually work your way back? Because if I know I can do it here and I know I can do it here, I'm just going a little further. That's all I'm doing. But I've created the belief that I can do that. And so that's the lesson for today is go out, give it a shot for 9 holes, 18 holes, but play a set of tees where you feel like, okay, I need to break my scoring or my handicap goal, and have some fun with it. I mean, that's the whole idea of this. Keep the game fun. Let's try to see how low we can shoot. That's a lot more fun, and then go from there. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those below. Thank you, subscribers, and all of you who share my videos. It's very much appreciated. Until that next golf shot, enjoy the process of improving.